And I apologize. I'm driving again. I just left my beautiful blushing bride at the hospital, St. Luke's Hospital, and I'm backing out of the parking lot. Guys, I'm sorry. It has been a rough couple weeks. Wendy is doing better. You know what? I'm going to turn that on just to give a little bit of light. Wendy is doing better. She is, her sodium needs to be 135. And it's only 131. The liver uses sodium to filter. She's got real swelling of her feet. And that's not good. They said that if we can get that under control, they'll let her come home. Physical therapy, they walk her down the hall and stuff. If she can't make it up steps, then they are going to require a ramp at home before they let me bring her home. So I'm going to be building a ramp. Let's hope that the price of lumber is going down. But she's in good spirits. She's awfully tired right now. I just left her so she can go to sleep. And thank God chickens can take care of themselves. I feed them, water them in the morning. I haven't seen any predators around. We got all our chickens still. Let's see. So we're going to be building a ramp just to make things easier. I've been thinking about it for a while anyway. For those of you who don't know, who might have just joined the channel, my wife Wendy has stage 4 adenocarcinoma, which is a colon cancer that is spread to her liver and her lungs. She's having complications from the chemo and the cancer. But God's going to get us through this. And I'm not just saying that. We truly believe it. Wendy has a faith that just blows me away. And it makes me happy. So right now I'm driving home. We're getting ready to kick me out because 6 o'clock is the end of visiting hours. Wendy is going to try to get some sleep tonight. But tomorrow, during the day, feel free to text her if you have her number. My sister and brother-in-law sent her some flowers, and boy, that brightened her day. That just did wonderful. Check her out on Facebook. Give her some encouragement. I haven't really done a video for tomorrow, and it might not come out, guys. Wendy comes first, always. And I know you guys understand that. I am working on getting the house cleaned up and ready for her triumphant return over edema, swollen legs and feet, and that's what I've been working on today, and visiting her. And yesterday I had to go to Walmart to get the oil changed in my car. I could have done it myself, but sometimes it's just better to, rather than go all the way. My friend's got a garage he let me use anytime, but rather than drive all the way to Port Lydon, I said, you know what, I'll go to Walmart, they raised their prices. It cost me the money for the oil. Please forgive me for not responding to the chat too much because I am driving. I don't know the legality of this. But Walmart raised their prices for oil changes. I remember it wasn't too long ago, you buy the oil that you want and the filter that you want, and you pay them, what was it, $19 or something to change your oil. Now they charge me $30 to change the oil, plus I paid for the thing. I think the guy said that if they would have provided the oil that I wanted, the Motorcraft, that they would have charged me like $39. Had I known that, I would have let them provide the oil. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, the Homestead has no snow right now because we had a rainstorm last night that took care of the last several inches of snow. My truck is stuck in the mud. I haven't had the chance to get it. I was seeing if it had four-wheel drive, and I couldn't go backwards because of the ice. So I said, well, I'll go forward, and went to loop around, and it was doing great right up until I got stuck. My brother is going to come up and help me pull it out. Tomorrow we're going to be checking on building that ramp I talked about a few minutes ago. I ordered a bunch of my cancer journals, and we are going to take them to the infusion room at St. Luke's Faxton oncology ward at Faxton, and leave them there. Anybody that wants them can would be able to take them. I did 10 of them because it's important to have something to do while you're sitting there having poison pumped into your veins to hopefully kill and attack the cancer that is attacking you. Some people might want to journal that. They might want to write down what they're going through so that once they beat the cancer, they can look back and hopefully see all the times that God had blessed them and think where things went one way when they could have gone a lot worse. Wendy's in the hospital right now, but it could be much, much worse. When we were diagnosed with cancer, it was 3 months after she was diagnosed, and we just got her arthritis underway, taken care of, where she wasn't in constant pain. And that was in January that they diagnosed her with the arthritis, and then she got the cancer diagnosis in like March. We're 18 months into this cancer thing. I pull over behind you and you decide to turn. We look back, this could be so much worse than it is. The life expectancy without treatment for stage 4 adenocarcinoma is under 9 months. We're at 18. And we've got a lot. This is a cancer that does not go away. You placate it. You take care of it. You provide a healthy quality of life for the patient, they say, and you beat it back. And when you beat it back, you can maybe take a break for a little while from the chemo and stuff. But the life expectancy is good. It's well over 30 months. And guys, I just want to tell you, I'm still expecting God to do something miraculous to glorify himself in Wendy. It's crooked. That's bugging me. Sorry. Anyway, if he does, that is wonderful. And you know, he's God. He knows so much more about this stuff than we do. She is in high spirits. She is lonely there, and I am lonely at home. It is amazing. But she has got a honey-do list for me to do that keeps me busy. This morning I cleaned the living room and front entryway of the house. And, you know, just trying to get things picked up because, well, I'm not a very good housekeeper. Go figure, huh? But she's eating better. And, you know, she gets tired in the afternoon. She's having a busy day with physical therapy and stuff. And right now with this water retention, fluid retention in her legs and abdomen, it's not easy for her. But I'm hoping to have her on a live with me shortly. They're stopping the chemo for her. She was on the pills that you take at home for 5 days and you take 2 days off. Then you take the pills for another 5 days and take 28 days off. And the doctor told her this morning that we're not going to restart her chemo because she took them for 5 days and had the 2 days off. They're not going to restart it till she gets home. She's just got so much going on right now that he doesn't think that's a good idea. Right now, going to Buffalo doesn't seem like a feasible option right now because she's in the hospital. But once we get this little road bump taken care of, we're gonna get her the help she needs to get this cancer battled right back down to nothing, so that she can take another 2-3 months off from chemo. And you know, she's looking forward to Christmas. The grandkids just brighten her up so much. My sister Tammy sent her some flowers, and oh my goodness, talk about a smile. It just lit her face right up. She is just so happy with that. Thank you, Tammy and Brian, for doing that. Guys, we are just so blessed on the homestead. It is amazing. Not that this has anything to do with anything, but the books that I've been publishing are starting to sell. The shirts and stickers and stuff, mugs that I'm selling on Redbubble are starting to sell on Amazon. You can look up my author page, Tracy Hand. On Redbubble, it's THand141, and then Homestead with no vowels. THand141 Homestead with no vowels. Hey guys, I'm gonna cut it short tonight because I don't like filming when I'm driving. Filming. I don't like recording when I'm driving, and honestly, things have just been so hectic that I haven't had a chance to do any filming, and that's okay. You know, sometimes life gets in the way of what we want to do, but you know what? God is good. He is on the throne. Thank you for your prayers. At one point in time, I had a friend. He actually got offended because he was told that I didn't want prayers. Well, I want prayers. Prayer changes things, man. Prayer, the sweet smelling aroma of prayers to God, man, that's important stuff. It can move God to work. Also, please be praying for my sister and brother-in-law. Terilyn and Marty. They just lost Troy, my nephew, their oldest boy. So be praying for them, just to help them get through all this. It's hard. We weren't meant to bury our children. What else? What else? What else? Nothing else that I can think of. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. And thanks for supporting the channel and watching my videos. Hey guys, if nothing else, I should be good for a laugh from time to time. Just hang with us on the channel. Please don't unsubscribe yet. We will be coming out with more content, but more pressing stuff. Check out, as always, a shout out to Rem's Family Farm up in New Brunswick, MB Heritage, M&B Heritage site, Thorhaven Farm, Altruistic Homestead, Blessed Southern Homestead, or Southern Blessed Homestead. A shout out to all you guys. Go check them out on their lives. Guys, you won't regret it. They got lives and they got videos that encompass this homesteading life. Unfortunately, I've been dragged back into the city but we're still off grid and living it and loving it. God is good, and right now Wendy's got more electricity than she'll ever need. Yep. Yeah, I keep thinking. We used to sing. There was a cadence that we used to sing in basic training. I didn't hear it. I got a pretty girl. She's in the hospital, and I'd buy her anything to keep her alive. She's got a cute TV. It's called an EKG, and I'd buy her anything to keep her alive. I wonder why my sense of humor is so messed up. Oh. Anyway, guys, y'all have a good one, and God bless. I will be back next Thursday, God willing, and the creek don't rise and the creek don't get a vote. Y'all have a great day. I got to figure out how to stop this. I think I just push it up there. Okay, well, y'all are stuck with me until I get to the spot where I can take. I don't know how to stop the live. So what do you want to talk about? You come here often? Oh Lord. There are the Boar Goats channel. They got a good channel. I'm gonna pull in the. Well, I just passed it. No, I didn't. It's right there. Oh well, I missed it. Oh, red light. The chickens, it's funny because when I come home with Wendy, a lot of times when we go to town, we'll stop and we'll get some food. And Wendy can't eat all of her French fries that we get through the drive-thrus, and so the chickens see the car and they like run up all excited, and she'll throw them out her French fries. I don't know if that's good for chickens or bad for chickens. It's potatoes, but they're cooked, and they see me pulling up and they run up all excited, and then they see Wendy's not in the car and they turn around like, oh man, it's just him. The cats get all excited, come out to greet me when I pull in the yard, and they see Wendy's not with me, and they're like, okay, well, we'll just settle for Dad. We'll love up on him. Maybe he'll give us a treat. Wendy is the homestead, guys. She really is. It was her that enabled me to start homesteading. Without, man, if your spouse isn't on board, going off grid might not be the best idea in the world, because, you know, for a while there, we were on 200 watts of solar, and you know, living without, well, we had running water, but it, you know, took a while to get things going. And it takes a special woman to say, hey, let's go off grid. Let's live in the country. People don't talk about that. You have to have the right partner, unless you want to do it alone. And Wendy is the catalyst for us going off grid. She was all for it. She grew up in the backwoods of the town of Ohio in upstate New York. She said she used to walk out of the house that they lived in and to get in the car, and there'd be bears eating at the bird feeder. We got a bear that scared the snot out of me one day. I was going to close the chickens in. It was after dark, and my headlamp was low, and I saw somebody standing at the bird feeder, and I started, you know, walking faster towards them, because I'm like, hey, what are you doing? And all of a sudden it dropped down on all fours and took off running. It was a black bear. Scared me to death almost. Oh my goodness. I said, Wendy, get the gun! Because I didn't know if it was just going to stay in the brush or if it was going to turn around and come back at me. I'm keeping going because, well, I don't know how to stop this, and I'm not going to mess with it while I'm driving, because that wouldn't be smart. Not saying that I'm smart, but, you know. So, yeah. And I don't have a script or anything like that. I don't even have, usually I have an outline for these lives, but I wanted to fill everybody in on what's going on with Wendy, because Wendy just has a way of impacting people. She's got a heart of pure joy, man. And I want to share her faith with everyone, and share this process with everyone. Cancer is a horrible thing, but the treatment for cancer is horrible also. It really is. So hey guys, while you're here, once I get home, I'll go ahead and put the back end on this, a description down below. I might put some links on there. Nothing I've really talked about that warrants a link that I can think of, but forgot where I was going with that. But yeah, you could check out our merch, our books that we published. The Redbubble. I've got some pretty cool t-shirts, I think, shirts and mugs. All of our designs are available on all of our on all 50 some products that Redbubble makes. There's also some from Teespring, some on Teespring and some on Spreadshirt. But you go to tham141homestead.com and you can find all that stuff. You don't need me telling you about all that stuff. Oh, the big bad city of Rome. Some people would call it a town. I call it a city. And I'll never forget, back in the day, when I was in Bible college, the Word of Life Bible Institute, we celebrated Jack Wyrtzen's 80th. It was either his 80th or 83rd birthday, I forget which. But we did Eternity 1 Million, where we took the whole campus of the college, first and second year, went to New York City to preach on the streets and spread the gospel. I loved the city. it was awesome. It was just so cool. And now I have no use for the city. If you live in a city, that's an option. It is an option. But if things go bad, you have quite a few obstacles to overcome. You have a populace that is going to want what you have. If you've prepped it all, if you've got a pantry, that hopefully everyone here has a pantry that has a couple weeks, if not a few months of food set aside, so when times go bad. I mean, living in upstate New York, in the rural area of upstate New York, where we do, up by Rome, New York, in Boonville, just the weather alone is enough reason to have that food storage. Because if you get a day or two that you're snowed in. When I was a kid, man, I remember getting snowed in, man. They'd cancel school and everything, and 4 foot of snow in a few hours. I remember shoveling. Trevor remembers. But living in the city or a populated area, you've got to be able to protect yourself. You can't just throw a generator in your backyard and start it up so you got power, because somebody's going to hear that generator and want it. This time of year, heat in upstate New York and in most northern town, well, even down south, it gets cold, man. You got to provide heat for the various things going on. You can't just say, I mean, if you're in Florida, it gets cold in Florida. I lived in Florida. I was born in Plant City, but I lived in Florida shortly before I joined the Army, and it gets downright cold, especially once you've lived in Florida for a while and your blood thins out. Up here, up north, your blood will thicken, so it doesn't cool you down quite as much. I mean, it's 28 degrees, and I'll go out in my t-shirt to close the chickens in. It just doesn't. But 28 degrees to a Floridian, that's cold, man. And if you don't have a way of heating, I remember when I was living in Florida, I remember having the stove. They had an electric stove, and they turned the oven on and opened the door of the oven, closed in the kitchen, and that's where you ate breakfast and everything, getting ready to go to school. But there's all sorts of stuff. When you start a generator in a populated area, people are going to want that. People are going to want that. People are going to want what you have, because there comes a time, there comes a point where people are going to say, I need, for my family, I need food, I need water, I need electricity, I need whatever. And I mean, look at what goes on when we have rule of law in some form or another. Right now, I know there are people who are denying it. Well, they're just stealing bread. You don't find bread in a jewelry store or a car dealership. You don't find food there, These people are organizing looting. And you know what? If they will do that so brazenly to a store, then what's going to keep them from coming to you? Stores have security. Stores have cameras. What? They don't know if you got security or not, but chances are you don't. What do you got to protect your home and your family? 911 Sometimes police officers, to any police officers, EMTs, ambulances, any services of any kind, I love you to death, guys. You're going out, you're helping people, you're trying to keep people safe, you're trying to get them medical attention they need. But the reality is we need to know first aid. We need to know how to defend ourselves in our homes, because 911 can't be there. They're not in your home when someone's breaking in. You know, you need to be able to defend yourself and your family. Your kids need to know how to defend. Just like I wouldn't think that there are many of people who are watching a homesteading channel that don't have their family prepared. If there's a fire, how are you getting out? You know, how are your kids going to get, if there's a fire, get out your window and or get through this exit, and we're going to meet up front so that I can know that you're safe. You know, we're going to meet in this specified location. Well, what if somebody's breaking in? Do your kids know what to do? Do you know what to do? Think about these things. Get in that mindset. 911 can be minutes away. I know that in the rural counties of upstate New York, you have the sheriff's office, the local police, the local PD in some areas, like Lowville has a local PD, Port Leyden doesn't. But you have the sheriffs, the local PD in some cases, and then you have the state troopers. They work for the governor. But on any given time on the night shift, you might have 2 sheriffs on duty, 1 state trooper for backup, and that's it. And if the sheriffs and the backup state trooper are busting a meth lab or dealing with a meth lab in the town of Diana in northern Lewis County, how long is it going to take them to get from northern Lewis County to southern Lewis County? Now this is the Sheriff Carpinelli is doing everything he can to make it safe, but you know, he's only got funding to have so many officers on at any given time. Guys, you have to be able to protect yourself and your family. All right, I'm probably about to lose you guys, so I am going to pull in to Stewart's here and try to shut down. Oh, there's a trooper right there. Oh, I think I'll pull over to the other side of the parking lot before I shut down my thing, because like I said, I don't know the legalities of driving and filming. I drive and talk to Wendy when she's in the passenger seat. All right, here. All right, 2 people watching. Let's hit the X. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Okay. Y'all have a good one, guys.